For the next 31 days on the FCPA Compliance Report, we're going to be bringing you a daily tip, strategy, or idea that you can use to improve your program. Here's your host, Tom Fox, the Compliance Evangelist.
This month's sponsor of 31 Days to a More Effective Compliance program is Affiliated Monitors. Founded in 2004, Affiliated Monitors provides professional, independent integrity monitoring and ethics and compliance assessments nationally and internationally and across almost all industries. With its knowledge of effective ethics and compliance programs and cultures, Affiliated Monitors is respected for its work as the corporate monitor on matters ranging from multinational corporations to small and mid-sized companies and even individuals. Having served in over 750 monitorships, no one has more experience as an independent monitor than the team at Affiliated Monitors. For more information on how an independent monitor can help improve your company's ethics and compliance programs, visit this month's sponsor, Affiliated Monitors, at www.affiliatedmonitors.com. Connected compliance. Compliance under one roof. Disconnectedness of compliance comes from the fact there is not one system which connects the disparate strands of a compliance program. In the view of Thomas Sehested, GAN Integrity founder and its former CEO, connected compliance enables a CCO and all those persons in the organization working with compliance to have one central place, one system of record for everything they do. This can be their whistleblowing hotline, case management, training of their employees, or training of their vendors' policies. It is literally connecting them all so they are running from one central location, and these disparate systems can be monitored from one central location. It's really like getting everything under one roof. I was struck by that metaphor of getting everything under one roof, as one of the many struggles compliance officers have is the information that they need is literally siloed across different functions of a company. Information can be contained in the sales function, where there are many employee expense data, information on marketing expenses or charitable donations in the sales organization, but it could be spread among other corporate functions as well. One approach is to plug into these systems and transfer the data to one platform so that the CCO will have a consolidated view. From the technology perspective, this is designed to foster ease of efficiency for the compliance professional to access data. This moves past simply the CCO or compliance function, as it can elevate into senior management and the board of directors as well. By having information on an integrated platform presented in a visual format, the board can engage more directly in its oversight of the compliance function. The board can also see the bigger picture at strategic levels and then drill down to the tactical level if necessary. From the C-suite, it fosters a more effective compliance regime which can assist the business to run more efficiently and, at the end of the day, more profitably. Moreover, by having this data, a CCO can present information to those making business decisions to help them move the business forward to run more efficiently. Information is really the key, for if you are not dealing with all information, it becomes very hard to make decisions. But if you consistently have a 30,000-foot view, a picture of your organization, you're able to communicate effectively and swiftly from your iPad, iPhone, or wherever management may be needing to find you. It's clear the driving force for change in compliance is technology. Both the DOJ and SEC have talked about the need to incorporate technology into best practices compliance program. Yet there are still and always will be the need for the human element in compliance. In many ways, because a CCO or compliance practitioner is in a leadership position. To do so, you have to be a strategic partner to the business, and you have to be able to determine when your compliance team should be making the judgment call versus when you should be relying on types of objective data. Obviously, this requires striking a balance, getting the uniformity so that you have a predictability in a way that the organization is going to respond to issues as problems arise. Uniformity becomes important. Yet the CCO must still factor in the human judgment. But always remember there's no substitute for human judgment. When technology can come into play is around administrative and more rote tasks for the compliance professional. This means wetting the human judgment with the right set of data inputs. The next step is real-time transparency, where you're not simply setting up policies and procedures, but seeing them real-time, literally across the globe, so that you're following compliance as it happens. This means the corporate compliance function has access and transparency so that you're looking at objective data and have a close enough relationship with your eyes and ears and compliance team members on the ground where the business operates. This allows you to respond to things that are going on, to change procedure, policy, and react, even engage as necessary. This follows the 2020 updates mandate for continuous monitoring. All of this is what the DOJ has articulated as operationalizing compliance. It first garnered attention in February 2017 with the release of the original evaluation of corporate compliance programs. Since that time, compliance practitioners have steadily worked to move their compliance programs forward into the front lines of their business units. Connected compliance is one way to do so, but it clearly requires a human element not only to interpret, but also impart the appropriate or required compliance solution. Operationalizing your compliance program means that you cannot have an quarterly or annual update on what's going on. It must be operationalized in the way that you're sharing data, not only with the regional business units, but back down as well. The human side of compliance will never go away, even if there's an enhanced technological solution available. These factors will help make compliance one of the most exciting and rewarding professions around. That's why I claim the mantle of the compliance evangelist, and one of the reasons I'm so passionate about the compliance profession. So what are today's 3 key takeaways? Number 1, connected compliance moves you towards the DOJ mandate of continuous monitoring, leading, of course, to continuous improvement. 2, it allows you to put everything under one roof so that the compliance practitioner will have a full set or repertoire of tools available for their skills. And 3, never forget the human element. A human has to interpret the data, then a human has to implement the solution. Hello, everyone. This is Tom Fox. I'd like to thank you again for joining me for this episode of 31 Days to a More Effective Compliance Program around business ventures. And I hope you will join me for our next episode tomorrow. Also, I'd like to shout out to our sponsor, Affiliated Monitors, for sponsoring this month's podcast series. This podcast series on 31 Days to a More Effective Compliance Program is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network.